2.1 call to order. I will call the California Military Institute regular board meeting to order at 5:29 p.m. I'm going to ask for a roll call to determine a quorum. Trustee Anaya?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Stafford?
Here.
Thank you. Trustee Hall? Here. Thank you. Trustee Garcia?
Present.
Thank you. And Trustee Campos is here. We have established a quorum. 3.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees on closed session items only. Are there any public comments on closed session items?
There are no public comments.
Thank you, ma'am. 4.1, adjourn to closed session. Do I have a motion to adjourn to closed
Do
session?
we need to go to closed session? Do we need to go to closed session?
Procedimientos.
I'll make the I
Procedimientos.
make the motion, go to closed session.
Thank you. Trustee Garcia makes the first, and do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Please vote. Seeing no discussion, please vote. On the vote being taken, the vote is 5 in favor and 2 opposed, or I'm sorry, 0 opposed. Making stuff up, sorry, I apologize. And we are adjourning to closed session at 5:30 p.m. Okay, thank you. 5.1, the regular board meeting on California Military Institute is reconvening at 5:50 p.m. 6.1, revision adoption, ordering of agenda, June 18th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
Ordering of agenda.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Seeing no discussion, please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to oral reports. 7.1, report out of closed session. Dr. Ross.
Nothing to report on closed session procedimientos.
Thank you, sir. 7.2, CMITA President Angel Behrens.
Okay. Good evening, Mr. Campos, Mr. Garcia, Mr. Hall, Mr. Stafford, and Ms. Anaya. Thank you, Mr. Garcia and Mr. Hall, for attending our senior award night. And to Dr. Arau, Mr. Campos, Ms. Anaya, and Mr. Hall, and Mr. Stafford was there too at our graduation, for toughing through the heat to witness our awesome celebration that represents why we do what we do. This school year has brought about some many changes. Some met with resistance and uncertainty, a lot of confusion. But as we close out this year, I embrace more good and just a few reminders. You can call it homework. I will call on Mr. Andrade to work with me to maintain the positive momentum that was started in our first official negotiation session on June 6th. It truly was productive and positive, and I appreciated that immensely leading. With 3 more dates already on the calendars, I hope to continue that positive conversations in the momentum forward to get things done. Our only outstanding grievance is that of the issues that surround the disciplinary files of a few specific members. To remind you, the issues that were brought about, the grievance, were about the very demeaning and personal attack statements that are in a disciplinary letters for two specific members. These were carried out by Dr. Beagle last year under Dr. Milos's instructions. In addition, the rebuttals were never presented. In addition, the rebuttals that were presented to Dr. Beagle and other admin were never placed in these files. I am more than willing to continue a conversation on specifics about these files and what would end and clear this grievance. I want to extend my deepest concern over the last remaining rift for this district. Ms. Martha Valenzuela is a beloved counselor at CMI, not just to the staff, but to the students and their parents. Please work with Dr. Dotson so that we may rescind this final unpleasant action. As the president and the primary representative of CMITA, we need the board to recognize that Ed Code is a requirement for us, not a pick and choose. It should apply to us across the board, as it does with all your other sites. We must maintain Ed Code standards for so many things within our classroom and us as teachers. Why not hold us to all Ed Code? Mr. Garcia, at the last board meeting, you stated unwaveringly your vision to rebuild CMI's facilities. With all my being, I am committing to anything you need from me or my members. We are here to help and support.
Thank you.
In closing, I want to thank the board, the superintendent, and the cabinet members for your support and abundance of patience while we were navigating a series of rough paths to get to the smoother paths we are on now. And may next year bring us collaborative, pleasant roads to a very productive year. Thank you.
Thank you.
7.3, CSEA President, Elizabeth Calma. She's here? Okay, she's not here. So we'll move on to 7.4, Principals Update.
Thank you, President Campos, Board of Trustees, Dr. Arouse, Cabinet members, fans. Yay! I don't have a formal presentation today, this evening. I just want to say that we finished out my first year here very, very strongly. I truly appreciate the support that I have gotten, and I told Dr. Rouse and the cabinet members this yesterday. The support that I have, I have received my first year here is just tremendous. I've been to a lot of different districts, not because I had to, but because I wanted to. But I got to say that this district really welcomed me, and everyone except Erica. The first time I met her, she was ready to take her earrings off and come on her and fight me in a principal's meeting.
You're telling me learn fast, Dotson.
But I digress. This is reclaiming my time. We had a great graduation. First time it's been on CMI's campus in a long time. It was hot. We understood that it was hot, and we knew it was going to be hot. But even if it was at Paris High School, it was still going to be hot because it was going to be at 2:00 in the afternoon. However, our parents were very, very pleased, and our students were very pleased, and it was all about them. And so if they could bear it, then I guess everybody else could bear it a little heat as well. I'm looking forward to going into the second year stronger, more informed than I came to this school in this position. And I just know that the second and succeeding years are nothing but great things are going to happen at CMI. I'm currently investigating different funding sources for different projects that are looking for. The last time I was here, I told you I had a conversation with former Governor Brown, who has good relationships with Bill Gates. So he got me in contact with the Bill Gates Foundation, and things are looking up. So I'm not I no longer am looking for a football field for CMI. I'm looking for a stadium for CMI. I believe with the Bill Gates Foundation and the support, we are going to have a stadium at CMI. Now, we're not going to name it Dotson Stadium, but there's going to be something engraved somewhere that has my name on it. Anyhow, Once again, thank you so much for a wonderful year and the support that you have given me. I truly appreciate it and look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Dodson, and to all your staff as well. Please thank them for the great work. 8.1, invitation to address the Board of Trustees on non-agendized items.
Yes, we have two, one for agendized and one non-agendized.
Okay, so are there any, so are we going to go with
The non-agendized.
the non-agendized first? Okay, thank you. Let me just read this really quick. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. With board consent, the president may increase or decrease the time allowed for public presentation depending on the topic and the number of persons wishing to be heard. The president may take a poll of speakers for or against a particular issue and may ask that the additional persons speak only if they have something new to add. So now we'll take our first speaker.
Kim Nelson?
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Cabinet members, Dr. Rowe. I come before you tonight because, quite frankly, enough is enough. CMI TA's bargaining team has sat across the table from a revolving door of district representatives, an assistant super of HR, 2 HR directors, a chief of HR, principal, a chief financial officer, 2 superintendents, and repeatedly we've been told the same thing. You are a dependent charter under the mega waiver. Ed Code does not apply to you. I respectfully and emphatically disagree. As educators and as a school, nearly every aspect of our work is governed by the state law, federal law, and yes, the California Education Code. Let me remind you of just a few areas where it applies. Establishment and governance. Our charter, petition, governance, and operations are all rooted in legal compliance. Open meetings and public records, we follow the Brown Act, Public Records Act, and FERPA, just like any other public school. Instructional time. Attendance and credentialing. We are held to the same requirements and reporting as traditional schools. And accountability and oversight, we are subject to monitoring for student achievement, fiscal responsibility, and regulatory compliance by both the district and the state. Civil rights and special education, these are non-negotiable. These are mandated protections we uphold every day on our campus. We've been told that we are generally exempt from school district laws, but the truth is we are expected to meet the district's expectations, follow its policies, and work within its systems. And most importantly, certain provisions of the Ed Code unequivocally apply to us, particularly those related to student safety, equity, due process, and transparency. So again, I ask, how does the Ed Code not pertain to us? If we are held accountable like a public school, expected to perform like a public school, and comply with regulations like a public school, then it's time that we are treated like one. We are not asking for special treatment, as some have called it. We are asking for fairness, consistency, and legal accuracy. Tonight, I respectfully implore the Board of Trustees to do one of 2 things. Either direct the charter to open Article 1 recognition, or allow CMITA to submit an amended sunshine proposal at a subsequent school board meeting for an additional article to insert the following egalitarian statement. Both PUHSD and CMITA agree that, unless specified otherwise in this agreement or in other negotiated expectations, exceptions between the parties shall follow provisions of Education Code that affect certificated non-management working conditions. This is a matter of principle. It is a matter of integrity, and it is long overdue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nine. Nine point one, consent calendar approval.
Agenda.
9.1, consent calendar approval of consent calendar items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Seeing no discussion, please vote. On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to written reports. 10.1, discipline. May 2025 monthly suspension report. Moving on to action items, 11.1 personnel. Certificated personnel action items, do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Do I have a second? Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Seeing no discussion, please vote. On a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to 11.2 personnel item or personnel classified personnel action items. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Seeing no discussion, please vote. The vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. And moving on to 11.3, personnel resolution number 0624-25, that's resolution of the California Military Institute Governing Board rescinding the elimination / discontinuation of a certain certificate employee position for the 2025-2026 school year. Now, my only question is, I know we have a public comment on that. Do we do it after the motion? Okay. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. So now, should we? Okay, so now we'll have the public comment before we take a vote.
We have this.
Martha Valenzuela.
Good evening, CMI Governing Board members, Dr. Arauz, and cabinet members. My name is Marta Valenzuela. I am the school counselor that was affected by the resolution passed a few months ago, which called for the elimination, discontinuation of certain certificated employees for the 25-26 school year. I am thankful to be here today, knowing that a resolution is being put forth to rescind the elimination and discontinuation of my counselor position effective at the end of this school year. I love serving our students in our district. As I mentioned to you at a previous board meeting, I have served PUHSD students and families for nearly 17 years. PUHSD is my family. I have enjoyed the past 3 years as a counselor at CMI. The presence of enough school counselors is vital to the academic, emotional, and social well-being of all of our students. While at CMI, I have helped keep CMI as a leader in A through G and FAFSA completion within Riverside County. Over the past 2 years, I have helped recoup nearly $100,000 in ADA with my work with independent study contracts. I have worked with our English learner students and families as part of the ELAC committee. I have provided frequent individual counseling to students struggling with social, emotional, behavioral, and or academic concerns. I have conducted countless classroom guidance lessons to help promote a positive school climate. I was even voted Counselor of the Year for the current school year. The California Military Institute and the Paris Union High School District are special to me. I would like to thank you for your time, dedication, and for prioritizing the well-being of the students of CMI. I look forward to and I'm hopeful for your vote to reinstate my position as counselor at CMI for the 25-26 school year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now, so we've got our first and second, so now discussion, if there's anybody for discussion. If not, otherwise we'll move for a vote. Okay, seeing no discussion, please vote. On the vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. So
Congratulations.
congratulations. 11.4 personnel approval of the proposed instructional calendars for the California Military Institute for the 2025, 2026, and 2026, 2027 school years. Do I have a motion?
So
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Hall and Trustee Stafford on the second. Seeing no discussion, please vote. The vote, upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on, 11.5, curriculum, local control accountability plan, annual update for the California Military Institute for 2025-2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Do I have a second? Second, Trustee Garcia. Seeing no discussion, please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. 11.6, business, adoption of the 2025-2026 California Military Institute budget. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Hall.
Second.
Second. Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Moving on to information items. 12.1, curriculum, revised special education English courses, English 1 Essentials, English 2 Essentials, ERWC 11 Essentials, and ERWC 12 Essentials. Moving on to 12.2, curriculum, revised special education social science courses, World History Essentials, U.S. History Essentials, American Government / Civics Essentials, and Economics Essentials. 13.1, other items by the superintendent.
Thank you, President Campos. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Councilor Marta. Thank you, congratulations. I know that you will continue to do an outstanding job helping our students and our families. So we're very glad to have you.
Thank you.
Also, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to all the educators at CMI, classified and certificated, including our administrators, for the wonderful job that you did during the 24-25 school year serving our students. I know that you will continue to do that during the 25-26 school year. And thank you also for the wonderful graduation ceremony. It was great. Congratulations on this successful 24-25 school year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ross. 14.1, other items by the Board of Trustees. Trustee Anaya.
Okay, also about the graduation, it was beautiful. I was really inspired by one of the students, the first gentleman that spoke, the one about pain and suffering, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to the gym tomorrow. It was really, really inspiring, so it was awesome to be there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Anaya. Trustee Stafford.
You had a great graduation. I think that your decision to do it at the site was really the right one. So
Thank you, sir.
it was nice to be there. Thank you so much to you and your staff for everything you do. And really glad to see another group of students go on their way. So, thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Trustee Hall.
Yeah, I just want to thank you for inviting me into your home, on campus to see the students interact and just, they belong there. And interacting with your staff and the teachers and everybody that's there. The graduation and the senior moment or the awards was great. And then we went to the mock, what do you call it? Interviews.
Yes.
So just getting out there and seeing all the stuff that you guys are doing, and next year just going to be just another step above. So appreciate everything you guys are doing out there. So thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Trustee Hall. Trustee Garcia.
I have a lot to say.
Wait, let me cut it.
Right? I want to say congratulations, Miss Martha. We know you're going to do a great job. You've been doing a great job. And thank you for all your hard work you've given into this district, and CMI especially. I do need to apologize I wasn't able to go to the graduation. I have a job, so I'm trying to figure it out, how to balance everything. But I really appreciate you. And yes, it's true, what I talked about last meeting, but I've been talking about this since I started running, to be on school board. This is a big deal. You guys don't have just my support. What you guys need to know is you have the entire district support. So whatever we could do, we're absolutely trying to do legally. I wanted to say that again, legally. As you see all the changes that's happening in this district, we're trying to make things right. Not everything is perfect. No one's ever going to be 100% perfect. But I want you to know, as long as you're invested in your students, we definitely are too. And we have to come together and figure out how to do it. I brought it up last time. Let's keep reaching out donations. Bill Gates, that's big. That's huge. Yeah. I can't even process that right now, but we'll talk about that later. But let's start working on, get a team, some volunteers, talk to Mr. Dodson. We're asking for volunteers. Lowe's, Home Depot, all these companies. Let's see what they could donate in the meantime. We got to start somewhere. There's local businesses. We have Stater Brothers. We have, all these businesses and franchises, whatnot. Let's help our kids out. We have the military base. We have the airport right here. What can we get? I keep talking about simulators, man. We have an airport right here. We have access to the military. Why aren't they donating old technology we could utilize, We've had conversations about Humvees and helicopters being donated so we can put it on the property for the kids to, check out, mess with, play with, whatnot. But what are we doing? And I'm being honest, when I say I feel like we're sitting here because I personally don't feel we're moving fast enough. I wish I could move fast like Flash, but we have a lot to accomplish together, and we need all of us to come together rather than just side conversations. So if I may, maybe for other items by board trustees, can we have some type of meeting, public meeting, where we come together with ideas and actually make these things come to fruition? Thank you.
Thank you. And so for me, it's the end of another year, and I was glad to see the transition from the old administration to the new administration. I think, things were working fine, but they're getting better. And so I'm excited just to see the kind of positive forward movement that we have with the staff and the job that you're doing there, Dr. Dotson, with your staff and everybody. It seems like everybody's pulling on the same rope, which is what we want to see, especially in the world of education. And sometimes that's rare. But all the things that I participated in this year, they were great. I thought the graduation there was cool. It was a different vibe, different flavor. So that was a good experience, and I'm sure the community appreciated that. Like any other year, there's always things that I want to go to, more things that I want to go to, but there's stuff going on every day. So I do know that. There's a couple things that I haven't done at CMI that I'm looking forward to doing next year, and I just want to wish your staff, number one, a big thank you for this past year. It's summertime, so hope you guys have a great summer break. That you're ready to recharge and retool. Congratulations on the position back, and hopefully next year moving forward, we'll take a look at a lot of the things that I really want to mention one thing that stuck out with me was your parent involvement, and it's always been good. Every time I've been at any event there that's been after hours, the parent involvement was good. But it was great to see parents come up here who speak Spanish, because that to me told me they're invested, and that's extremely important. And that for them to do that, that means they feel a part of the community, they have a voice, and I think their voices are being heard. And we're doing the best that we can with what we have. We know that in the future year we're going to be redoing the charter and all this other stuff, and the hope is, for me, it's always stay positive, stay hopeful. Today, obviously, we were hopeful, and we have another staff member that's going to be joining the crew, and for all the accomplishments that they've done, that's great. So that's pretty much it. Just thank you guys again for a great year. Like any other year, you're always, a head coach is always looking at rebuilding and building from the previous year. And I will say that speech, that young man, no offense to all the other schools, but that salutatorian probably had the best speech that I've ever heard a student give. It was funny, it was inspirational, it was motivational. I'm not going to the gym anytime soon, but that's Trustee Anaya. But it definitely, and I think that what we saw from that is kind of the impact that the school makes. He was well versed in a lot of the things. He had a sense of humor. He had a serious side to him. You can tell the kid's going to be a mover and a shaker. And so, not to say the other speakers weren't, but it was impressive. It was a great day to spend there. And so, thank you for that. So, thank you just in general.
Thank you.
And have a blessed summer. Now, with that, 15.1 future board topics. Trustee Anaya, anything?
No.
Trustee Stafford?
No, for me.
Trustee Hull?
No, not really, no. We're good.
And then we know Trustee Garcia tried to make those connections And I will say, he brings up a good point. I know bringing those type of stuff, I know that I think the Reagan Library went with Paloma this year. The government charges, I think, $1 to the Reagan Library to have Air Force One, Reagan's Air Force One, plane there. They've got to charge something, so they do it for $1. So I think that's one of those things that, it's kind of a cool thing to have. And it probably could be something that's not very costly. We can make a good deal with the government, obviously, with the connections. But anyways, yeah, so looking forward to that. And with that, 15.2, adjournment. The regular meeting of the California Military Institute for June 18, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Trustee Garcia. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Trustee Stafford. Seeing no discussion. Please vote. Upon a vote being taken, the vote was 5 in favor, 0 opposed, and this meeting is adjourned at 6:19. Thank you, Dr. Russ.